Here we go for this game between myself and Soldier. Two Age of Empires 3 former players battling it out on Age of Empires 4. And I'm gonna be playing as the French, and Soldier will be playing as the Abbasid dynasty. Let's reveal the entire map. Actually, we can keep it on hidden for now, so we can see the scouting pattern. Soldier deciding to go on the right hand side of the map, gonna set his scout to the middle one. At this point, nothing crazy so far, just gathering a little bit of food, sending a few villagers on gold as well. Meanwhile, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. A few villagers on gold, building my house for population space, and scout my side of the map. I'm looking for my future source of resources, gold, stone, food, boars, anything that could be helpful later on. But yeah, my opponent Soldier, former Age of Empires 3 player, has been playing a little bit of Age of Mythology, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we used to play a lot on AOE 3. Now fighting each other on Age of Empires 4. But yeah, can I secure a few sheeps? Soldier's got a few as well. It's got 7 overall around the scout. And this game was broadcasted live on Soldier's Twitch channel as well. So link in the description if you want to have a look. But yeah, both players stacking for an age up right now. I'm still a little bit short on my side. I have the gold almost. But yeah, gonna scout the left hand side of the map now, playing on Dry Arabia. So pretty standard and really open map, which I do like a lot. There's a lot of raiding opportunity. But yeah, we can see on my scouting that I didn't spot many things on the right hand side of the map, and well, same thing for Soldier really. We didn't really discover many resources. So we can reveal the map, we can see scout a few food locations, but most likely we could see a battle being decided for the control of these two big gold veins. Soldier building the House of Wisdom, going into the second age right now, and for myself doing the same thing. Skull of Cavalry, and I'm gonna put 2 wheels on the Wonder as well. So at this point I'm not too sure about my strategy just yet, and I'm going to decide to go for a second TC as fast as possible, which is why I'm building a mining camp on that stone close to my base. Keep scouting the left hand side of the map at the same time. And yeah, so second TC is going to be the strategy I'm going for. Meanwhile, Soldier, not too sure just yet on what he's going to do, but he's going to be scouting around my base pretty soon, and he will eventually scout the stone. Yeah, he's going to scout it right now, so he knows that I'm going for that strategy now. And let's see how he decides to react to that. I'm going to see scout, because he was really close. And yeah, now I know that he knows, and that's when the mind game begins. And but yeah, I'm just gonna escort my sheep back to my TC. I'm gonna kill that wolf at the same time with my town center. And now I want to send my scout over to his town center, because I want to figure out what he's doing. If he's trying to cheese me, if he's going greedy. Because so far I have no idea on what he's doing. See, I'm chopping a lot of wood. I got 4 wheels on stone. Still trying to get that TC up as fast as possible. Soldier is gonna reach the feudal age a little bit before me. And he already dropped the barracks and starting to train some spearmen. So I wasn't really aware just yet, and now I'm gonna see the first barracks, so I know about the pikes, I saw the first spike popping, and I also spotted that he was building a second barrack, so this is a good indication on what Soldier is doing right now. Looks like he wants to be aggressive, probably get some map control of these early spearmen, putting the pressure on me, and perhaps trying to deny that second town center as well. But as we can see, regarding my bank, I'm gonna have the resources available anytime soon. I would gathered a little bit of stone and gonna re-macro right now. I also have my Scroll of Cavalry if I want to train a few knights. And the good thing is, you know, when you play versus French, you have to anticipate them going for early cavalry. Even if I was gathering stone for a town center, I could still have the resources to train at least one knight and harass around Soldier's TC. So that's why he's probably not being over aggressive with his spearmen so far. And probably be happy about defending with what he produced just yet. Yeah, as we can see, there are a few spearmen defending his villager woodline. He's been doing a fantastic job at scouting the map though. Everything has been scouted on the map. So let's reveal it now. But yeah, so now I saw the double barracks, my TC is being built, so I'm just gonna be training a few archers from the archery range now. I have no intention on making any knights, because I know it would be pretty ineffective. What I realized is that people, I mean, the higher the rank, the better people are at defending versus early pressure or raiding overall. And as we can see, that's exactly what Soldier is doing, right? He's got some spearmen over there, he's got some protecting his food on the right hand side of his TC, and he's got a few on his wood line as well. He's got his scouts at the back of his base. So he's pretty much doing really good at defending raids, so there's no point for me re-raiding. I'm gonna have the second archery range, start producing archers as well, and trying to be active with my scout, as obviously it's really important to get some intel on what your opponent is doing. And here I'm gonna spot the spearman, so I know what's coming. I wonder if he's going for a push or just trying to get some information, but it looks pretty clear to me that he's trying to put some pressure on. So yeah, I'm producing a few archers. Let's have a look on my perspective. I don't have the greatest macro right now. I'm floating a little bit of gold, which hasn't been used just yet. Yeah, I'm gonna see the spears. I have my town center there, I got a few archers, so I know I'm safe for the time being. But I'm a little bit worried about this follow-up, right? Because he made all these spears, so I'm expecting rams to come in about 2 minutes, if he wants to be really aggressive. But for now, I'm happy just producing some archers and booming with my 2 town center, because, well, we all know that French is pretty busted since the release, and their eco scales so fast, especially with 2 town centers, and I'm training VLs 15% faster than Soldier as well, so I'm moving really hard right now. I'm just being happy about defending with my archers. Meanwhile, Soldier is trying to see if he can get something done with his spearmen, perhaps trying to harass me resources, scouting the back of my base, but yeah, I'm gonna spot them with my own scout, and gonna get some 3 kills, 3 shots with my archers as well. So yeah, Soldier still producing more spearmen. Doesn't look like he's got a blacksmith just yet on the field. He's going for that archery range, can have some camel archers. I'm not too sure why he trained one of those. They're really expensive, and I'm making only archers, so. But yeah, meanwhile, I have pretty much 0 map control, right? I'm really confined into my base. To be fair, I don't really mind. I know I have got safe food over there. I'm still gonna drop an outpost just to get some line of sight, see if there is any incoming raids. I should potentially be more active with my scout, trying to see what's going on, what is Soldier doing. Stable being built by Soldier. A lot of houses in the back of his base as well. But yeah, I'm still happy about training pretty much purely archers right now. I'm gonna add the blacksmith, and we'll probably be researching the archery range damage technology to buff my archers versus these spearmen. Still trying to scout in the middle of the map, see if he's adding any rams. I'm gonna spot a few archers, so I know he's going mostly for the archer and spearman composition. I didn't see the stable, but yeah, as we can see, Soldier is going for a cap switch now. He knows I've got mostly archers, but as I train one night to try to get some raiding done, now I'm gonna see the double stable with the knight, and I know that there's a possibility that I get overrun with cav if I try to push out of my base. So this knight was basically doing raiding purposes early on, but then I saw the double stable, and now it kind of tells me that Soldier is not planning to go to the castle age anytime soon, because I saw the double stable, I saw a few villages on wood, so he's not macroing towards an age up. And now Soldier is adding battering rams, trying to get some damage done. And I'm trading mostly archers and knights, which is the strong composition for the French in H2. I have no more berries, so I'm gonna transition into that meal on the bottom right side of my TC. And with my scout still patrolling around, and I'm gonna see the ram being built, so I know that a push is coming. I've got the steeled arrow technology on the way as well, so I know that he's gonna hit the power spike really soon and gonna put a lot of pressure on me. Probably gonna try to brute force my town center down, but I don't want that to happen, obviously. Soldier still massing spearmen, sorry, and some horsemen as well. So I know there's a push incoming anytime soon. I'm gonna drop 2 barracks in the back of my base. That's a bit of a late reaction from me. I should have added those a little bit before when I saw the stables, because I felt like I need anti-cav. I don't know how many horsemen are gonna show up from Soldier, but he's got a few on the field. He's got 7 overall. Got 2 rams and a lot of spearmen. So now I know the push is coming. He killed my scout, unfortunately for me. At least I know exactly what's coming. Get a few knights. They are not the greatest units in this against this composition, but at least they body block. But here the push is coming. He's gonna go in with the rams. I'm gonna try to kite as much as possible with these archers and body block with the knights. And what I'm gonna do is pull some VOs to deal with the battering ram, otherwise they're gonna siege my TC down super fast. But as we can see, this pocket is pretty much untouchable from him, and if he wants to brute force this TC down, then he's gonna take a lot of damage from all my archers, and I'm even pulling the VOs to siege down the rams. So this TC is really close to going down, but it's not gonna go down just yet, and now Soldier has to fight, because otherwise his ram is gonna go down. But I'm really happy about this position. I've got my knights on his horsemen, and my archers just doing some DPS on all his units. Now now that the ram is dead, I'm gonna retarget my VOs and tell them to repair the town center, because I really don't want it to go down. But yeah, this trade has been fantastic overall. I'm on 45 economic. Sorry, Soldier is on 46 villager so far, and I'm on 70. So that's how you see that the French boom is no joke. And yeah, I really like this double TC strategy. I feel like it's really hard to punish. So yeah, now that I hold the push, I know I'm in a good spot. I know I most likely have the better economy. So I'm gonna set up for the longer game now. I'm gonna start mixing some farms as I'm out of food. Gonna extend them to berry bushes as well. Dropping an outpost so I don't get raided, because I know he's got cavalry on the field. Now I'm finally adding spearmen on my own to deal with this cavalry. But yeah, I know I'm in a great spot. My macro is not the greatest though. 800 gold in the bank at the moment. But I researched siege engineering and I'm looking for a push now, which is probably a mistake. I mean, it's not really a reason for me to try to push, but I was feeling like probably overconfident after the cleanup I had under my second town center, and was really trying to do some damage now, because I wasn't sure as I lost my scout if the soldier decided to H up as a follow-up or not. But I feel like Haging would have been a safer play there. Still, I'm gonna start building ramps under STC, putting some pressure on. And I know that these archery range are a target to me. They're really far away from East Town Center. This House of Wisdom could be a target as well. And yeah, sieging military buildings of your opponent is never a bad thing, because obviously if you destroy them, then his reinforcements are gonna be lower in number, and he has to rebuild these infrastructures in a safer location. So yeah, I'm confident into my archers mass, 33 so far. I think I get the range upgrade from the blacksmiths. Meanwhile, I'm gonna add 2 more stables. I'm really looking to force something in H2. I feel confident about my composition. Obviously, Royal Knights are no joke, and they're really strong. So you're gonna add more stables. I'm really low on food now, and I'm slowly making farms around my 10 centers. So I'm not going to have the greatest reinforcements there, and this could cost me quite a lot, because as we can see, soldier is massing a lot of horsemen behind that, and my anti-cav mass is just not the greatest, and hardened spearmen are probably not enough to deal with all these horsemen. I can see soldier researched a few blacksmith technologies as well. But yeah, farm transition for me. So I was mentioning gonna impact my reinforcements, but I'm gonna siege the House of Wisdom, and then I'm immediately gonna back off after that, because I feel like I've done damage. I've idled these villagers on the wood line, so I know they had to like walk far away to go gather from another location. And I killed a few military buildings. I killed the House of Wisdom, so I'm really happy about how things are going right now. So right now I'm just looking to secure resources on the map. Doing the main transition, sure, but I still want to use natural resources on the map as much as possible, and that's why I'm backing off and positioning my army there, because this is the location where my vehicles are the most exposed, and I'm really worried about the raid. Ready point mistake from me, but you know, turned out that I actually spotted his army, so I know exactly where he is, but still I'm gonna get surprised because soldier's pushing really hard through the woods there. So I'm gonna have to reposition my spearmen around and try to get the best value as possible from with my archers. Trying to position the knight in an okay spot. I feel like they're body blocking a lot and having a decent positioning there, but I don't have many spears and I only got 8 left, and now his cavalry is a threat, and my knights are slowly dying to the hardened spearman massive soldier, and suddenly it's not looking very good anymore. Sure, I'm like miles ahead in eco, but soldier is putting a lot of pressure on, and he knows that he has to make something happen because he's just far behind in eco, and my units are slightly better with the knights in H2. But yeah, that's a pretty big cleanup from soldier. I'm gonna try to do my best and escape from all these horsemen, but soldier is just not letting me breathe there. So I'm gonna use the knight to buy some time and try to get additional DPS with my archers. But this is now where we see that my meal transition that was done while I was pushing I didn't make the greatest decision on that mill placement just in front of my TC, and now it's getting idle, but thing is, I have more orchards, and I've got double Tansander support as well, as well as a few villagers that could be like tanking damage and fighting. So Soldier just doesn't want to overextend over there. He knows that he just got a really good trade in this fight, so it feels like probably feels like he was coming back into this game at this point, and it was not over at all. Even though I'm still far ahead in score. So everything has to be done once again for me. I think I'm gonna send knights to do some raiding and get some intel on what soldiers follow up is. I wanna see if I see him gathering still a lot of wood. If he's not, you know, trying to get some intel and figuring out if he's aging or not. But yeah, in terms of economy, right now I'm on 93 villagers and soldier is on 64, so I still have a pretty big economic lead. 71 military units for soldier, where I'm on 42 at the moment. So, but yeah, one of the biggest issue I've had so far in this game is like the macro, because I wasn't used on the mechanics of AOE 4 at all. So in AOE 3, you know, when you have a villager gathering on berries, for example, every time you gather one berry, it just goes straight into your bank, right? You don't have to have a production building nearby so that your VLs can gather resources and then drop it off and then go back to work, etc., etc. So I often end up in a situation where I'm just like floating a lot of resources because I'm not sure how many military buildings I need as well for my production. So just to be safe, I'm gonna drop additional more so I can spam more units and, you know, be safe in case of any pushes coming. I could also build a market and trade these resources if I need to. But yeah, I'm just gonna re-macro, put a lot more wheels on wood so I can spam a lot of these orchards and pikemen. We're gonna spot the raid. Good that I had that outpost placement as well. That can help me escaping these wheels. Because as you can see, like, forests are not that crowded on the sides of the map, and it's mostly just a bunch of trees rather than big forest on this map. So yeah, we're struggling a little bit for wood at the moment. But I know so the soldier's situation, he's raiding, he's pushing with his army as well in the middle of the map, so I know that he's not aging, which is good for me, because I just needed time to remass with my superior economy. And once I'm gonna get enough military units, I'm gonna feel much more confident. Right now I'm close to max pop, I have 100 bills as well. And yeah, gonna feel a little bit safer now. So I'm either looking for a push there and try to win the war of attrition with my superior economy. You know, just try to trade equally or even a bit worse than soldier, but I would still win because I'm gonna get more reinforcements overall due to that economy. But either that or just, you know, being happy to sit back, take my units, go to the castle age, upgrade them, get more techs, get more economic upgrades as well. I keep doing that meal transition. And I'm gonna do a little bit of both. I'm gonna reach 200 pop first to make sure I'm safe. And then I'm gonna click to the castle age, and meanwhile we can see the score gap getting a little bit bigger as well. You got real close after that fight, but now like my French economy is just prevailing there. Soldier is getting close to max pop as well. 200 of 200 soon for soldier. But is the economy being slightly worse? It's gonna be really hard for him to deal with my units once I'm gonna reach the castle age, and I'm aging with the guild hall, I think. Yeah, which is the wonder I like a lot. To be honest, I feel in this situation the other landmark would have been probably better, as I would get better upgrades on my units. rather than having the guild hall, which is an economic landmark that would give me additional resources later on. But getting, you know, maybe that 35% calorie HP technology would have been a better choice there. But trying to raid with a few knights, got caught by a few hardened spearmen that have been left behind. Now I reached the castle age, 25 minutes into the game, so it's been a really long H2. And Sawyer is trying to go for a massive raid there, trying to sneak his calf by, but I have one archer and I'm gonna spot that and see them with the outpost and react just on time so I don't lose a bunch of vills. So yeah, Sawyer is gonna go back. He doesn't want to fight my knight and my spearmen as well, and I should be upgrading all my things. Yeah, veterancy upgrades coming from the spearmen. I already got the veterancy on my royal knights, and the archer should be on the way as well, somewhere in one of these buildings. Or maybe I didn't have the gold available to do it just yet, but yeah, I reached the castle age. I'm really confident into my army right now. I'm researching my veterancy decks. So I'm just looking to push, you know, while this upgrade is being completed, because, you know, I'm maxed up, so I can't train any more units. So what I want to do is remacro a few villas on stone, so I can push and get some map control behind that. You know, like a keep over there to protect Golding and securing it for later could be really good. And if we look on Soldier's point of view, he's aging at the same time, just decide to follow up and not fight with these H2 units when I do the job. And yeah, the push is going to be coming in and real good for me, because I'm killing quite a few villagers and denying these towers. And same thing again, right? Like, I just want to engage and use my range on my archers, because I got so many more. I've got the veterans yet as well. I've got a few blacksmith techs as well. I'm probably researching a few more right now. Yeah, I just got a few in queue. Just using the superior economy. And now that I took a good trade and I have the good idea on soldier strength, then I'm just gonna build a few rams, you know, get some additional siege options to really try to work around this base, you know, kill these military buildings once again, and we can see a really defensive keep for soldier, because he has to hold on until he can upgrade these units. But yeah, you can see the resources count. My EQ is just skyrocketing right now. But a massive counter push from soldier with all his cavalry trying to get some damage done, preventing me for reinforcing my army by just idling my entire economy. And this is quite a thing we used to do on AOE 3 as well, which is, you know, if you can't beat your opponent army at the moment, you have to make something happen otherwise, aka a big base trade, a big raid, or just some army movement on the map. And this is exactly what Soldier is doing right now. So he's gonna siege my town center, leave it on burning. I'm gonna set up my rally point of all my my anti-cav around my TC just to defend that. And meanwhile, still pushing quite hard around Soldier's town center. I'm gonna lose one of my battering ram, and I know he's got the keep up now, and it's gonna be a little bit hard to siege it down with only H2 ram. So I'm gonna shield back a little bit now. Soldier is still raiding, but I'm gonna have the siege workshop trying to build a keep as well a little bit more forward, so I get some line of sight and map control, as I was mentioning before, that gold vein. And yeah, now I have some anti-cav over there. It's not that many, but they still do really well with his veteran horsemen, and I just want to scare Soldier away. So the push is done now. I killed quite a few buildings and forced Soldier to invest resources into like defensive structures that you don't really want to have in the long run. I feel like he would rather have this keep a little bit more forward there, or maybe even over here, maybe even more aggressive there and trying to control sacred sites, but not letting him doing all these things. Mining camp, I gotta keep up now. So I'm once again really happy about my situation, and if you can see my bank right now, I'm floating so many resources because, you know, we haven't fought for so long and we were both maxed up, and in the back of that, I had all my economic upgrades being researched. So I'm flowing so many resources. I'm like, you know, I'll just go H4. Start walling everywhere as well, so I don't have to deal with these kind of raids, which are really annoying because you know, a lot of horsemen can kill my vehicles pretty fast, and my knights are just not as fast, and it's kind of hard for me to react because I will always have lower calf count than the Abbasid. So you know, walling with stone walls is a good way to prevent that from happening, which is exactly what I'm going to do. But yeah, going for the H4 now, so not looking for a push. I've walled the right side of the map as well, so I'm controlling resources. I've got gold from there. So I know I'm safe for the time being. You know, I could have a monastery and start picking up relics as well, and get some traders. You know, like build a market over there or over here from that stone outcropping, and just going to the other side of the map would be good additions, but you know, still get so many resources in the bank. And as we can see, Soldier is starting to bank quite a few resources too, and the major difference is him just trading a lot of resources right now because he's Miss Macro, than me going to the 4th age. But yeah, we can see Soldier is on 80 villagers and maximum army population. I'm on the same, but I just have more economy. The difference being really I have less units overall. Now I reach H4, so same thing is going to happen, right? I'm just gonna upgrade my units. I've got a decent bank of resources to upgrade my my archers on my knights as well. You know, we're getting the elite tag being researched right now. There's the elite knights from that stable as well. Gonna wall that choke as well, so you know I don't get flanked from the side. And something really funny is going to happen with that wall. I'll mention it a little bit later because, yeah, you know, Soldier is going for a push. He's not aging, obviously, so he's trying to get some damage done. But the thing is, he has no siege, so he's got a few springalds, sure, but he's got no real way to deal with that keep, even though it's unupgraded. I didn't research any tanks just yet, but yeah, trying to create a pocket with that wall and using the keep as a defensive building as well, so you know I can use all my archers there to just shoot at these units and get really good trades from there. I have a siege workshop there, so you know might as well use it. You know, make some cannons, which are really good versus infantry. But yeah, Soldier's got some springald's position. He probably saw the siege workshop earlier and decided to add anti-artillery, and yeah, unfortunately he's gonna snipe my cannon instantly. Couldn't react just on time, but now I have H4 upgrades, so I'm really trying to go for a push. And as we can see, Soldier is aging right now, and I'm having a little bit of pathing issues with these knights, so I'm gonna try to drop that stone wall gate as soon as possible. But knights, I think I clicked them here, so they want to go all the way around, and they're all gonna get trapped. They're just stuck. Stuck step, bro, help me. And there's nothing you can do, so I'm just gonna leave them to their own death. And it's unfortunate because, sure, I got a decent bank of resources, but these were like 10 knights overall, and they're already expensive, so I don't want to mess around too much and having to replace them, which is really costly. But yeah, I'm still worried about Soldier going for a push. He had crossbows as well to deal with these knights. But yeah, I have H4 units now. I'm gonna get a huge cannon volley on these crossbows as well. And now I'm trying to go back because I'm still not sure if Soldier is trying to age or not. It seems like he's, you know, staying around this location. So I'm like, he must not be aging, right? So I'm still gonna get 2 cannons, you know, getting some siege and anti-infantry rolling. And looking for a push now. As you can see, I'm max military once again. So what I want to do right now is like put the pressure on. I have all my upgrades researched. I must have a university somewhere researching technologies as well for my army. So what I'm going to do, I have a lot of stone in the bank. I'm going to push really hard with these 2 cannons as well, trying to get some value out of those. Because H4 artillery is so much stronger than H3 artillery. And gonna, you know, bring a few vehicles as well. these cannons out of the way, and now I see soldiers reaching the Imperial Age, so I'm really looking to force a fight there. I'm really confident in my army because they got all the upgrades. So really looking to push. I have 2 cannons as a support as well. Gonna do a lot of siege damage, but see this House of Wisdom, sorry, 17k HP, which is no joke and takes a while to get siege. He's also got a few springboards to deal with my cannons, so I have to be really careful about how I position them around. But I just want to keep the keep to go up, so you know, like have one foot under his base now, and I'm knocking out the front door, so trying to get some damage running my new units over there. Gonna siege the House of Wisdom once again, as he repaired it before. Still really confident by my army, and we can see still on veteran archers and veteran spearmen, still doesn't have these upgrades in, and he's gonna try to fight. And I feel like this is a massive mistake from Soldier, because my H4 units, sorry, are gonna compete and perform so much better than his own units. He's got springboard support, but I have cannon support, which is just better versus infantry, and I have better infantry with more HP, 20 more HP on my spearmen overall, for example, and my H4 knights are just fighting this cavalry on the side because you can't go through because of this House of Wisdom placement. So this trade was just fantastic for me. I lost all my anti-cav, but you know, I cleaned so many infantry units over there that right now I just have like the Royal Knights doing the things, the archers being protected, I'm fighting under a keep, which is also good support. I still have my 2 cannons alive, and that's just gonna be a clean up. And you know, at the back of that, Soldier is just gonna call the GG, because it's just gonna be so hard for him to come back from there. He's behind in economy, he's behind in military tech, I'm knocking at the front door, so this game is just over, yeah. And this is it. I feel like this was a really interesting game overall. Obviously I'm playing around French strength, so the Civ is really good, obviously. But yeah, it was a really funny game, long H2 fight, a lot of mind games going on between Soldier and me. It was really fun to play overall. With Soldier, as we used to play a lot on AOE 3 as well. So that's it for this game. Thanks a lot for watching. Once again, if you want to watch Soldier's point of view, go to his Twitch channel. The link will be in the description as well, and I'll see you next time.